It's Batman time. All right. So our opponent is from the Netherlands. Best great flip, and we're gonna flip him over. We're gonna make a tandoori masala out of him. What would Batman eat for dinner? A steak or a bat? Huh. Okay, this is interesting that he's already stepping up the G4 activities. What is ideal here? I think trading off the bishop would be ideal. And of course, yeah, just blocking this square is also ideal. So he has a very expanded king side, which means exchanges work in our favor. What's the pawn break he's looking for? I don't know. Maybe I think I'm gonna do knight here and pawn up here. Yeah, this feels most appropriate. Now, how do we handle this pawn here? Is there anything wrong in playing pawn up? Nothing especially wrong, but somehow it doesn't feel like the right move to make. He wants to get his bishop here. Can probably already preempt our rook onto the appropriate file, preparing a potential pawn break. If he decides to come and get cute with a4, then then we have to see how we want to handle that. But yeah, that will result in basically more pawn advances in different sides of the board. Pawns, pawns, pawns forward. That can't be good for a player in general. Whereas black has a much tighter pawn structure, a much more compact, robust setup. No clear pawn break, but of course e5 is really on the cards here, and he can sense it as well. That's why he's playing like this. Now we could actually make a pawn break here of our own, but maybe first queen up. First we play the queen up. Okay, so he already broke it open. This will leave him with an isolated pawn in the middle, but it's a very well protected one. Frankly, I don't want to have to deal with it. It could end up being quite powerful. I want to keep this bishop blocked by his own pawn. I think I'm going to keep the game closed. This is a fairly secure position for black, no doubt about it. We can take off the bishops if he likes. How do we handle this? I think king will have to go into this corner, not in the middle here, but in h8. The center looks a bit too weak, too many different angles that the queen and other pieces could attack from. Okay, now he's closed up the board, so he could eventually play h4, h5 and open this up over here, but still a long time to go before that happens. So in the meantime, we got to figure out our plan. And it should start with rook here. This rook, because maybe we want to make room for that, maybe. think we can try to double up the rooks here. We do have to watch out for this knight here attacking this pawn. Although eventually we could get counterattack and win that pawn. I just don't like it anyway. I don't want to enter those complications. I wouldn't mind if he tried to do something cute like that right now, because then he'll probably get trapped. Okay. So the good news is that the rook can't come here. So we do get control of the open file. And that is a mini positional advantage. And okay, so the situation remains that he's sort of overextended, but not in a major way. And how are we going to get our pieces to coordinate here? Is queen going to come here? What are we going to do with our knight? I think we got to trade the queens, and that will give us more confidence to open up the position on the queen side at least. We've got one pawn in our sights. How do we want to handle this? If he moves up, then we attack it with the rook. Yeah, okay. Okay, now we can definitely see how he wants to handle this. Get some information from him. If we open this up, it gives his rook a very nice entry point into the game. We have the open file here, so we shouldn't actually be allowing anything. Maybe we've got to do something. Maybe knight here, 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 attacking this pawn. Okay, now what if we come here? Can't we? No, because his rook will take the open file. We don't want that either. But now we can. Now you can't take the open file because knight will just come here. Oh, this is what he had in mind. Okay, shit. All right, let's go like this anyway. We can still come here actually and attack this pawn. How do we get this other knight in the game? Not so sure. We got to play fast now, so no more time to think. It's looking like it's a potentially drawn game here. No clear way of making headway in the position. A lot of ways where our knight can get trapped. So it's not looking so promising. But we are playing fast, and we are just about the best code breaker in the business. We're the John Nashes of chess. Okay. So he doesn't have a pawn entry. We've got time on our side here. Okay, this is interesting. Now we've made inroads. He's also made some inroads. We gotta go back. Okay, we've managed to at least take care of that situation. Now maybe we can hustle our knight up the board a bit. Let's give him a check. Let's take this pawn off. And let's attack that pawn as well. Okay, we outclocked him. The Dutch guy has been smoking too much weed, so we outclocked him, and frankly, we outplayed him. We didn't try to do anything too special. We just played with principle, kept it robust and secure, and sure, it wasn't enough to get a winning advantage, but we played well enough and we had enough courage under fire to seal the deal. So good luck to me and well played. Thank you.